Hello and welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead. I'm Stacey and as you can see I've had a little bit of a break. Well, probably a little bit more than a little break. It's probably been about 5 months since I last posted. So I thought I would come on and give you a quick update on what is happening with me and what is going to happen in the future with this channel. Firstly, I'd love to thank everybody who has subscribed so far. At the moment I'm sitting at 522, I think was my last look, and that's amazing, and I really appreciate all your support, and I really thank you for all watching and tuning in and leaving me comments and emailing me. It's been lovely to getting to know some of you. Now the reason why I've been away is for health reasons. I have a condition called Trigeminal Neuralgia. It's a bit of a mouthful. I've had it for almost 8 years. It'll be 8 years this November. And basically what it is, it's a condition that there is no cure currently. It's quite rare to have. And what happens is it affects your trigeminal nerve, which is a nerve that runs in your head, in your brain, part of it, and then it comes down here and then sort of under your eye and then your cheek and then along your jaw, and it is incredibly painful. It is actually known as one of the most painful conditions to mankind. So it's been a challenge. Really sorry if I get emotional. It came on suddenly one day before I was going to go to work, and luckily for me I went to my GP. Well, first of all I went to the hospital because I'd never felt pain like that before, and so they said, oh, you know, your ear's a bit inflamed, you've probably just got a bit of an earache. And I'm like, hang on a second, you're giving me morphine and morphine's not taking the pain away. And I thought, something's not right here. So anyway, long story short, a week later I went to my GP, and luckily he knew the signs and symptoms of trigeminal neuralgia, also known as TN. I'll just say TN now. So I was one of the lucky ones that got diagnosed pretty quickly. So they put me on anti-seizure medication, and that is what helps to control the firing of the nerve. Basically what it is a compression of a nerve and a blood vessel. And you need an MRI. Quite often the MRI won't show up with it, but you need brain surgery. And what they do is they put a little bit of Teflon between the brain, between the nerve and the blood vessel. Sorry, my mind is a little bit that because I'm quite highly medicated now. So anyway, I was working full-time at the time. Luckily I had really lovely employers. I was a chef at a daycare, and they held my position for a few months. Eventually I had to leave that position because just the amount of meds that I'm on is it makes you, like, I couldn't drive. It makes you feel zombie-like. So yeah, there's no painkiller that can take the pain away. It's just it's horrid. So some of the triggers of TN are things like brushing your teeth, wind, heat, cold, what else? Brushing your hair, chewing. So I can't eat steak anymore, or ciabatta bread, which is my favourite bread, because it's the chewing action is just too much. Normal everyday food I can still eat, no problem. Yeah, so there's a lot of different factors. For me, stress is another one. Stress is probably my biggest factor. When I get quite stressed, the actual blood vessel that's affected me, it fires off really badly, and it the pain feels like electric shocks. It feels like my head is being squeezed in a vice all the time. It's 24/7. So part of trigeminal neuralgia is there is two types. There's type 1 and type 2. Unfortunately, I have both, which is constant pain and also what we call flares. So I get both of them. And also in the last probably 2 to 3 years, unfortunately, I've developed it on this side as well, which is, even though it's a condition that's rare, it's even more rare to have it on both sides. Yeah, so anyway, after I left that job, I took some time out to recover. I had a breakup in a relationship because, yeah, a lot of factors, but so that was incredibly hard. I still had I think I had 4 children still at home. So yeah, I needed to fend for myself. So I always wanted to be an ambulance officer, and I had the opportunity to start to train as an ambulance officer. Initially, I volunteered. I weaned myself off the meds so that I could do that job. Eventually, long story short, I became an ambulance officer. It was my dream job. Anyway, I did the job for going on 7 years, and I just lived through the pain. September, it came back really, really badly. Last September 2022, I went to the A&E, and yeah, basically I had to go back on all my meds, and I had to resign from my job. I was already off because of my back condition at the time, and I was about to start going back to work. So that was hard because I couldn't work 12 hours a day, and we have to wear masks, and the mask is, it really pinches on the nerve. So it was just constantly firing, and I couldn't live with that pain anymore. So I left my job, and as you can tell, it's been really hard. Sorry. My wonderful husband has been supporting me immensely, emotionally and physically, and I've had some wonderful support from my children, but I am opting to have what they call an MVD, and it's basically brain surgery. Well, it's not, it's in the brain, but it's not on the brain, part of the brain. So they have to open up my skull and find the compression and put some Teflon between the nerve and the blood vessel. There are some pretty big risks. I could lose my hearing on the side, could have visual disturbances or lose my sight. I could have paralysis of the side of my face. It can get meningitis, obviously, because they're opening up the membrane, the dura of the brain. Yeah, so there's, you know, others as well, but I just, yeah, it's going to be difficult. And I also won't be able to drive for several months afterwards. So, yeah, that's basically where I'm at. It's not a guarantee that it will work. In some cases it makes it worse, which I don't even want to go there. But I have to just hope that it works for me, and I can go back to feeling how I used to feel 8 years ago. As far as this channel is concerned, I've taken some months off to try and get used to being on the medication again. It can really play with your brain. Another reason why I couldn't be an ambulance officer anymore. I really struggle with words and remembering some things. So I really enjoyed doing the videos that I've already done so far. I still have to cook every day. I still, you know, keep on top of the housework, feed the family, do all those sorts of things. So I still have plans for this channel. So the future of the channel, as you can see, we're back in the kitchen, and that's where I want to start off. So I want to get back to filming cooking videos, and how to. Some will be how to, and some will be just, you know, hey, this is what I'm cooking today. And we'll also be doing some gardening, because with the way the world is, hey, we all need to get in the garden. So the last couple of years, as you know, I've had the back injury. It is a lot better. It's still sore. It will probably always be sore. But yeah, we've just got to get back into it. So it's winter here at the moment, and I am going to be planting my garlics shortly. And basically the veggie garden is just a shambles, because I haven't been able to do much for the last couple of years. So yeah, you'll join me on that side of things, and you know, we might get into a little bit of the animals side of things, but yeah, we'll kind of see how that goes. But it will still mostly be cooking and preserving and all those types of things, and just yeah, I thank you for I thank you for all your support. And I really look forward to seeing you back in this kitchen. All right. Thanks for joining me. All right. Take care. Bye.